We live, baby. We on YouTube live. We on Instagram live. We gonna talk about how to turn 1,000 into 10,000. All right. So we gonna go over step by step. I wrote down the system, and we're gonna show you guys exactly what I do. All right. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's present this bad boy. All right. So first, let's talk about it, folks. Let's talk about the pros and cons. All right. So we're gonna hop right into it. This is step one. Pros: losses are significant. All right. With proper risk management, um, small accounts are the best way to start. Can easily restart if account is blown. Will make managing larger money easier. Makes you more appreciative of the journey of trading. So let's go over the first pros, all right? Because I know you guys want to hear the good news first. So the losses aren't bad if you start small. Small accounts are actually the best way to start. And I'm going to explain why real quick, just briefly, and then we'll get into the strategies on how to grow them, all right? So small accounts are the best way to start because for one, you're not using your life savings. For two, like I said, smaller losses. You can easily restart if blown. But let's just say you guys start with a 20,000 or a 10,000, okay? Then it's not easy to recover the losses. All right, will make managing larger money easier. So remember, if you can't manage 1,000, you can't manage 10,000. If you can't manage trading with 10,000, then you can't manage using 100,000. All right, makes you more appreciative of the journey of trading. So if you can build a small account into a large account, right, then you will appreciate the journey of trading more. You will learn discipline. You will learn a lot. So I'll be going over the strategies pretty soon. Cons: smaller gains than advertised on social media. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. This could take probably 2 months or a month, depending on your risk management strategy. Takes longer to build up. So like I said, it's not going to be the biggest gains, but you gotta think $100 a day, $200 a day is not bad money. All right, easier to blow the entire account without proper risk management. So like I said, you can blow it, and then that's pretty much it. All right. So there's two main styles of trading that I recommend growing a small account. Two styles. We got day trading. We got swing trading. All right, which is buying or selling a stock within the same day. That's day trading. Swing trading, holding a stock overnight. All right. So the market is open from 9:30 Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time. All right. I do all forms of options. When I swing trade, I tend to hold runners. Runners are contracts that I have left over after trimming or taking profits. Okay. So that's first and foremost. Let me come over some. All right. Now, best learning material. So we're going to go, and then we're going to go over some strategies after this. To get a good grasp of growing a small account, you need to learn technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is study of price charts. Fundamental analysis is great for long-term swinging. So technical analysis is the candlesticks and all that stuff, all right, which we'll be talking about. We'll go over watch lists, all of that. Fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is pretty much the balance sheets and all of that. So I'll kind of briefly go over what that is too. So technical analysis is this, folks. If you want to be good at trading, you must understand these. These are candlesticks. This is the daily chart. You must understand all of this to the T. You must understand what time frames to trade. That's first and foremost. So if I had to give you a brief understanding of what time frames I usually trade 1 week, 1 day, all right, 4 hour, 1 hour, 5 minute. So these are my top ones. If I had to go over one more time: 1 week, 1 day, 4 hour, 1 hour, and 5 minutes. Those are my top time frames to choose. Now, when I'm swing trading, all right, so when I'm swing trading, I am mainly looking at the weekly, daily, and probably the 4 hour. So those are my top swing trading time frames. When I'm day trading, my top time frames are to, for one, use the same thing though. I still go from all time frames, but I go all the way down to the 5. So I check whatever stock it is. I'll check the the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour to the hourly to the 5 minute. So you have to learn the relationship between these time frames. If you do not learn the relationship between these time frames, you will not be good at day trading. I'll repeat, if you don't know how to discover trends on a weekly, daily, 4 hour, hourly, all the way down to the 5 minute, then you will not be profitable day trading options. All right. And so let's go to the next part. All right. Let me see. We already went over this. Here we go. All right. So if you want to learn technical and fundamental analysis the fast way, check out my ebook real quick, folks. All right, so my ebook is pretty good. It's the Beginner's Guide to Investing. If you comment book on Instagram Live, you'll get it. And let me explain what this ebook and still literally teach you from A to Z how to get. So that is the book. That book is a book that literally it's 18 pages. It has it's 21 pages, and it has 18 videos. So to cater to you guys short attention spans, I realized that you guys are not going to read a 300-page book. So I said, you know what, you guys can get the book. Now for the ones on, for the ones who need it on YouTube Live, let's get you guys the book. Here's the book for the YouTube Live people. All right, I'm gonna copy it, paste it in the chat. Don't comment the word book. All right. They said lots of echoing. Let me make sure my microphone. All right, I'm not sure why. They said some echoing. Sorry to hear that. All right, so they said we good now. Cool. I'm up here. So anyway, let's get to the next point of how to grow the small account, all right? So the next one is this one. Here's how to grow the small account. Now, remember when I said I only use 2 styles of trading to grow a small account, day trading and swing trading? Let's use 2500 account for example. I use more size, less trade method, the 20-20 rule. So basically, if I have a $2,500 account, I'm going to use the more size, less trades method. I'm probably going to use $200 to $400 for a swing, $300 to $600 for day trades, and about $500 to $800 for high probability setups, like especially when I start to grow my account. This is the type of risk management I'm using in order to grow my account. Now, what do I want out of this money? When I spend $400, I want about 20%, all right, on swings. I want really 30% is my first trim, because with swings, and I'll show you guys real quick. Let's see, I'm not sure why I got so many up. But yeah, let me show you guys real quick. All right, so this is pretty much how I do it. Let's just say every hand, let's just say your hand, right? You have $2,500. $500 equals what? The amount I'm going to spend. So I use the 20-20 rule. Risk management is what we're using. So let's just say I have a $2,500 account. I'm gonna use 500, take profits at 20%, $100. 500, take profits at 20%, $100. 500, take profits at 20%, $100. So that's pretty much the strategy I'm using to grow my small account. So you got to think, you can only play with the amount of money you put in. So when you have a cash account, by the way, you guys will have to use a cash account. And the difference is a margin account, you can't have unlimited day trades unless you have over 25,000. All right. But with cash account, and you can borrow money on a margin. So you can double your money. You know how you guys be talking about all this, credit that. The easiest way I've seen somebody leverage money or flip money is definitely the stock market on margin. So for all of you like, hey, I want to double my money real fast, the fastest way to technically double money that I know that doesn't acquire that much, require, my fault, that much approval is pretty much putting your money in an investing account, going to margin, but I only recommend that if you're long-term trading. So they'll let you leverage, literally double your money, but that's for another story. When you're trading, I recommend you guys use what is called a cash account, okay? A cash account lets you day trade unlimited with the amount of money you have. So if I have a $2,500 account, I can make $125 trades. I can make five $500 trades. I can make 25 $100 trades. All right, are you guys getting what I'm saying? I can make 10 $250 trades. Put a yes if you guys understand that when you have a cash account, you can trade unlimited with the amount of money you have in your account. So I recommend when you're trading options, you choose the cash account option and not the margin account. Now, if you're long-term trading, you can use the margin option where it'll allow you guys to pretty much leverage your money, okay? So, high probability setups, folks. We fear what we don't know, right? I have 20 plus high probability setups. Now, I'm not going to go over all of them in this one. This is one of my PowerPoints that I use to pretty much go over these setups. But if I had to pretty much tell you guys some of my favorite high probability setups, for one, I got two of them right here. We have a bull flag, which is one of my favorites, and you guys can write this down. Head and shoulders patterns, inverse head and shoulders patterns. I really love chart patterns. And I'll give you guys another one that I like. It's called the falling wedge pattern. We'll just pretty much go right here. And then let's see if it'll say it. Falling wedge pattern. Oh, we got to allow. Hold on. Here we go. Falling wedge pattern. There we go. Oh, that's 5. Let's get it. Okay, Google. Cool. Falling wedge pattern. I like that one. Ooh, I want to try this again. What's another pattern that I like? Here we go. Bullish engulfing pattern. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's get it. I'm gonna start using this some more. This is my one of my second, well, this is like the 5th one I gave you guys, but I just gave you guys 5. Yeah, I just gave you guys a lot of them. Bull flag, head and shoulders, bullish engulfing, which is one of the patterns that we played recently in my chat. All right, I'm going to show you guys something real quick. So if we go to Discord, all right, in the small account challenge, I'll show you guys some plays that I just did off the bullish engulfing. So let's talk about, you know what, I might as well teach you guys a high probability setup real quick. So as you guys see, we were up like 24% on CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. Now, I told my chat that I was in 5 contracts, okay, at 0.7. So, and I even give them the rationale. I told them bullish engulfing. So you guys been on a Carnival Cruise. Put a me if you've been on Carnival Cruise before. So yes, I trade the stocks you guys know. Like right here, we have CVS, Carnival Cruise Line, and Walt Disney. And I literally tell them every contract I'm in. All right, so you make the money I make. So yes, Carnival Cruise, and we made 30% on this, by the way, folks. So 30% on Carnival Cruise Line. All right, so you guys have been on Carnival Cruise Line. So yes, let's go over Carnival Cruise Line. Here's the CVS chart for one. We made money on that. We made 60% on CVS. So if you guys want to tap in and get my exact plays, comment the word trial, and you guys will get spoon-fed the exact plays I get into. All right? So yeah. And then, you know, for swing trades, as you guys can see, we don't play either. Like yesterday I made 7K. So that was yesterday. And these are, so I also get in the same plays I call in my small account challenge into my large account. So ExxonMobil, Walmart, Disney, Chevron, all of these. I tell you large account and small account plays. But anyway, let's go over the bullish engulfing pattern, because we literally just made money off this yesterday. We just made 30% today off of a chart pattern that I'm about to tell you guys right now. So this is called, what was that? Carnival Cruise Line, so CCL, okay? So what do we see here? We see what is called a bullish engulfing pattern, all right? So what does a bullish engulfing pattern means? That means when this big candle right here engulf this candle. So here's the body. You see this green thing, this green rectangle? That is called the body of the candle, right? To make a long story short. And notice how the body of this candle completely pretty much engulfs the last 4 days. So you'll learn in options whenever you have a strong engulfing pattern, it tends to go up. So when I saw that it broke above highs after the engulfing pattern, so we look at the engulfing pattern, let's see if we see somebody who places the entry somewhere. Yep, right here. So look right here, folks. You see how the entry, all right, here we go. Right here, you see how the entry is right above. You see how this is a bullish engulfing pattern? Today engulfs yesterday. So that is why we got in. And then when the entry is this candle, so that's why we got in on the CCL. It's textbook, okay? Look, see that? It's the same thing. I got in on right here. When it broke above, it didn't pull out because it didn't hit stop loss, and then it went up the next day, which was today. And I'm talking about right in the morning time, it took off. So if we go here, see that? So literally the next day, look what happened, folks. We got in and this thing just said, like it went up. And then we literally took profits towards the top. And I have not missed a signal this week. I am 3 out of 3. Disney, CVS, and Disney, CVS, and Carnival Cruise Line. We are 3 for 3 this week on a small account challenge during the tough trading week. So we made 50% on Disney, 60% on CVS, my fault, and 30% on Carnival Cruise Line. And if you guys comment the word trial, you see how everybody like, he not lying? Come on now, folks. Look, everybody talking about it right now. Now comment trial and you guys can get in and you can get into my plays. Now what I recommend is when you join this chat, go to read first right here. So before you try to come learn first, go to read first. Come right here, go to read first. Follow the 6 steps. And you guys, so for everybody like, where do I start? Just come here to read first. I made it so simple. To be profitable trading options, I broke it down into 6 steps. Step 1, learn the basics. And I give you all of that, literally. I don't hold back. In the beginner's training videos, and library, I give you all the videos you can think of. Look, I give you all the videos you can think of. All right, and a course. All right, and then I give you guys even more shit, even more training videos. Beginner's Learning Center. Then I give you this, even more videos. Like I just mentored DC Young Fly on how to trade, so you can either watch that video to learn. You can watch all these videos that we handcrafted, by the way. This isn't no YouTube. These are private links that we handcrafted for you guys, okay? All right, so many different videos. And then we have library, which is our books. So you have the books that I wrote, and then you have other books. So that's for anybody who come in trial, and it's only $5 a day for 7 days. So for all of you like, hey, what does it cost? Remember, you're in my chat for free. Okay, folks? You're in for free. Why? Because you're going to make that money back. You see this person paid, what, $125, and they made $451. So you got to think, you're just paying for our time. And look, he made money off Carnival Cruise Line, whoever this is. All right, you're going to see people posting Exxon Mobil gains, Carnival Cruise Line gains. Look, Carnival Cruise Line. See that? This person made money off Carnival Cruise Line. So everybody is banking. Look, CVS. This person made money off CVS. Another one, CVS. So you see, everybody's printing off the recent signals. Carnival Cruise Line, CVS. So yes, you're basically in free. You will make the money back. So don't think I'm jugging you, you're actually jugging me. The whole point is to get people in to learn. So comment, trial, join, pay $35. It's only $5 for 7 days. if you can't invest $5 a day into yourself in order to come learn something, a skill that'll pay you for life, I don't know what to tell you. That means you're a brokey. Like, how can you, who doesn't have $5 per day? You spend that on a pack of cigarettes, you spend that on some weed, you spend that on a bunch of other stupid stuff. All right. Now, for the people on the live, you would have to go to the link in the bio. So right here, if you're on YouTube live, you guys can get this one right here, the $35 trial, and I'll give you guys the payment link now. It's 35. It's literally $5 a day for 7 days. That's all it is to invest in yourself. All right. And if you complain about $5 a day, I don't know what to tell you. Then you'll never be a millionaire. I'll let you know that facts. All right. All right. So here we go. Let's get into the last step. So I taught you guys pretty much a whole bunch of stuff. We can get into the last step now. All right. Somebody said I'm so, all right, there we go. Tap in. So the best trading system, we already went over that. We went over risk management. We went over A+ setups. I gave you guys some A+ setups. Now you got discipline and patience. So we can go over discipline and patience real quick. All right. So we gave you some high probability set. I gave you guys 4. The inverse head and shoulders, the bullish engulfing, and I proved to you guys that the bullish engulfing works because I just called it in my chat. Now you guys, and what else I gave you guys? Inverse head and shoulders. Oh, and let me show you guys that works real quick. So before we even keep going, Walmart was, I made 135% off this inverse head and shoulders. All right. So look, check me out. I got in Walmart right here. I got in Walmart here. So that's where I got in Walmart. And where did I call it? I called it in the swing trade channel. And we made 135%. So Walmart right here. Walmart 135% swing off what? An inverse head and shoulders. You'll see the play very soon. I called it a minute ago though. Let's see, where is this thing? Here we go. Right here. January 8th, we call Walmart swing. All right. Why? Because of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So I'm not just talking out of my behinds, people. I'm actually giving you things that, and in the chat, I tell you why I'm getting in certain swings. I told them we have a bullish engulfing and an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and this gap may fill. So this is where we got in Walmart. Okay, so if you look here, you see that arrow? That is where we got in. So you would have made 135% if you were in my chat a minute ago, and I even called the gap fill. I called the entire move, and we were in the entire move. So yes, I tell you, I'm not just telling you anything. So yes, the inverse head and shoulders is a high probability setup, one of the best setups that I like. So yes, I do make money trading chart patterns, and I do alert you every single time I'm getting into a chart pattern. So once again, it's only $5 a day, folks, $35. If you're afraid to invest that in yourself, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't have $5 a day, I don't know what to tell you. Comment trial, it's only $5 a day. All right? And you will get all of our plays and a lot. So let's go over the last step, which was discipline. So discipline. You see how I got this guy looking like he's focused? So he's focused on time, strategy, and timing, right? So now you must have the discipline to only risk your money when the setups you wrote down happen. So let's just say I am a beginner trader and I don't know what to do. The least I could do is play bullish engulfings, inverse head and shoulders, and bull flags, right? Oh, and if you want to see me make money on a bull flag, see, look, everything I'm telling you guys, I've made money on. Disney is a bull flag, folks. See that? So everything I'm telling you guys, I'm not just speaking out of my behind. Here's a bull flag that we made money on Disney. See that? So let's go over the bull flag. You see that? You see that flag? See how we got a flag pole, and then we got a flag. See that? And then we got a boom, a rocket ship, right? So Disney did the same thing. You see this? You see this flag pole? See this? This is called the flag pole. Here's the flag. The marathon continues, right? So yes, everything I'm telling you guys, I actually make money off of. I showed you all examples. So you know how most people tell you, oh, this pattern works, but they can't show any money or proof. And I can show you thousands that I made from this, not just hundreds. Not only did I call it, not only did I get in here, yes, I make a few hundred, but I also make thousands. I made literally 7,000 yesterday off everything I just told you, off the same stuff I'm telling you. All right, see? So I make thousands off these chart patterns, stuff that you learn in grade school. All right, and you see everybody talking about he not lying. I made $600 last week off 200. All right. See how people in the comments vouching because they know what's happening. All right. Let me screenshot that real quick. Let's see if I can screenshot that. It's not letting me. It is what it is. I don't care. Niggas know what's happening. All right. So remember, discipline is the last step. Discipline is the last step. Well, not the last. Patience now. So patience is the part that most of you don't have. Why? Because how many of you would have waited? We got in Walmart on January 8th, even with Disney. How many of you will wait? Who got the patience to wait 5 days to make 60%? So I know that sounds strange, but a lot of people don't have that patience. If it don't go up in the next 5 minutes, people ready to get out. If they don't see green in the next 5 minutes, they're ready to get out. So patience is the last step, because if you don't have patience, you're going to ultimately lose in this game. So that's what I teach in my chat is patience for the most part, because most people just lack it. So you need to learn patience, and you need to trust your analysis, and you can't panic sell if you're not green yet, because there are times where we were down 30%, 40%, but held because I told them, hey, hold. That doesn't, because swings are different, folks. Remember, you're trading daily candles. So that means that these moves, you got to think, if you're trading a daily candle, let's just say right here, right? We got in Disney and it broke out of this bull flag. If I would have got out during these 2 red candles, we would not have printed these few days 60% on Disney. Everybody understand what I'm saying? If I would have got out and not held, because we had 2 bad days on Disney. Here's 2 prime examples. These are daily candles. Some of you would have got out here and said, Aristotle, you're a fucking liar. This Disney trade is a fail. I don't like you, yada, yada, yada. Here's a prime example of why you do not panic sell. Because we got in Disney here and we got out here, but we did not get out here. So we were down about 20%, but we held. So that's the point. Patience is key. If you lack patience, Disney is a prime example of a trade you would have exited because you have no experience, and now because you don't see green instantly, you're going to panic sell. All right. So you cannot panic sell every single time a trade does not work out. You have to follow your risk management and stuff like that, and your stop losses. Okay. So we got one more step, I believe, and I think that is trading psychology. All right, so the psychology of trading, just like with anything in life, you want to take the marathon route and not the sprint route. It's just like working out at the gym. Would you work out for 1 month and just quit? All right, would you? Would you just work out for 1 month? If you want to be swole, do you work out for 1 month and just quit? If you want to lose weight, do you work out for 1 month and just quit? So why would you trade just 1 month and quit? You have to prepare to take the marathon, take the journey, take the 5-year route. Everybody is so quick to give up on stuff if it does not work the first month. All right, and that's something even I had to take accountability on. I said if I want, I have gained about like 13 pounds in about 2 months of working out, right? And you know what I told myself? I keep working out for a month and quitting. So that's why I'm not seeing the results I want. I'll work out, see my arms looking bigger and just quit. But I said if I want to gain the right muscle mass, I have to keep going. So that's the same thing with trading. The only way to see results is to let the results stick and to keep at it and not give up. With discipline and showing up every day, you'll eventually pick up the skill set fast. All right. With great risk management and discipline, and only playing high probability setups, you'll be on a fast track path to be able to grow a small account. To wrap things up, growing a small account, trading options is entirely possible, and it requires discipline, education, and smart risk management. Start small, stay strategic, and never stop learning. Your small trading account can grow into something significant over time, okay? So I have grown a small account in people's faces 1,000,000 times with the small account challenge, all right? Where is this bad boy? Right here. So if you want to tap into our small account challenge, which is this, and I did not lose this week, by the way. As you can see, I'm 3 for 3 this week. Tap in, comment trial. It's only $5 a day. Or tap in if you're on YouTube Live. I'll put that link in the comments. And go to read first, and you guys are on your way. All right. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. If you want to review this lesson again, just come over to my YouTube channel and I'll have the recordings there. God bless all of you. This is your boy Aristotle. Tap in, $5 a day, invest in yourself. All right. And if you don't have $5 a day, you are broke. All right. And you'll never be a millionaire. Just to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. And you got $5 a day for some cigarettes. You got $5 a day for a nickel. Whatever you guys doing, you spending the $5. All right. So come spend $5 a day on yourself just to come learn trading. I make it cheap. Why do I make it cheap? Think about it, folks. I'm the cheapest, but I'm the best. Even the people, all your Instagram gurus cannot post the numbers I'm posting as far as consistency, as far as signals. So let that sink in. I have the cheapest thing on the market and the best. So I'm like the Big Meech. I got the best. I got good dope for a cheap price. All right, I Big Meech the game, and that's really why I get a lot of hate, because I really did Big Meech the game. I have the best dope for the cheapest price. Not only am I cheaper than my competition, but I'm better. So imagine being cheaper and better. There's nothing they can possibly do. All right. So yes, I Big Meech the game. I got the best dope for the best prices. Tap in. It's $5 a day. You know what's going on. Invest in yourself. Let's get some money. All right. Call me Ari Meech. See y'all later. I'm about to go and enjoy my time. I'm in San Francisco.